Our fifth speaker is Ruskyle Howser. Life goes on. Life goes on. Ruskyle Howser.
When I was 17 years old, I had a big problem. I had a driver's license, but I didn't have a car. I was living in a small town in Idaho. There were no trains, no buses, no taxis. I needed a car. From my house to my school was almost 500 meters. What am I supposed to do? Walk? It's crazy. I needed a car. It was going to be my final year of high school, and I was really hoping to get a girlfriend. But what am I going to say? Hey, want to go out this Friday? I'll pick you up on my bicycle. Ching, ching. No, I needed a car. So that summer, I got a job. And by the end of August, I had saved more than $1,000. Now, buying a car, as you know, requires some tough negotiating, mostly with my father. He said, you know, you should get something small, something sensible, something that gets good gas mileage. But I wanted something big, something fast, something loud. And that's what I found. My perfect car, a 1969 sparkle blue Pontiac Le Mans, a big American muscle car with a 350 horsepower engine. Oh, I wish you could have seen it. I wish you could have heard it. It was perfect, and it was for sale for $1,000. I just had to convince my dad. I said, you know, Dad, in an accident, small cars can be really dangerous. A big car is much safer. And you know, the way I drive, I'm probably going to have a lot of accidents. Somehow, I convinced him, and I bought the car. It was the greatest day of my life. Oh, I knew as long as I had this car, I would never be unhappy again. A few weeks later, I'm pumping my last $20 into the gas tank, and I wasn't very happy. This big engine burned a lot of gas. Still had no girlfriend. And that magical feeling of buying the car was gone, along with most of my money. How had I changed so quickly from the greatest day of my life to, I mean, I was happy I had a car, but it was just a car. How had it changed so quickly? For example, my first year in university, I met a wonderful woman named Michelle. She had long black hair, big brown eyes, and a very large boyfriend who had just broken up with her. And I had 2 tickets to an Eric Clapton concert. I asked her if she'd go with me, and she said yes. Oh, it was such a wonderful night. Clapton was amazing. And after the concert, we walked down to the park and sat on a bench and talked. And I knew I had found my true love. The person that was going to change my life forever. And she felt the same. Just not about me. her boyfriend had come back. He said he was sorry and he'd been wrong, and will you please marry me? And she said yes. I told her I was very happy for her, but I wasn't. My life was over. I knew I would never, ever meet such a wonderful woman again. And I didn't. Until the next month, when I met Maria and forgot all about Michelle. How is that possible? Our feelings can be so powerful, yet so temporary. Whether it's the best day of your life or the worst. Time passes, feelings change, and life goes on. The worst day of my life was the day that my father died. And I felt my whole world come crashing down on me. It felt like time stopped, and nothing would ever be okay again. I really have almost no memory of those next few months. I guess I got up every day and went to work, but I felt like I was in a fog. But gradually, every morning got a little bit brighter. Every day had a few more smiles in it. And that pain, that darkness, mostly went away. I still miss my dad. But when I think of him, I don't think of his death. I think of the many wonderful, wonderful times we had in his life. Because terrible things happen in life. And sometimes it can feel like there will be no tomorrow. Like nothing will ever be all right again. But time passes. The pain and the darkness fade away. And life goes on.
Thank you very much for your speech. We will have 1 minute of silence for judging.